Okay, students, now let's start with our chapter, that is lesson number 9, tourism, transport and communication. So just look at this graph over here. This graph represents the tourist sector of Brazil and India. Just look at this. Okay. So yes, this is reduces part, but I will talk here for some general knowledge. Okay. So this blue part, this blue line represent the Brazil number of international tourists, and pink line is represented the India number of international tourists. Now, just look at this blue line. As the year is going increasing, means as the 2016, the Brazil tourist is compared low as compared to India. India tourist is always in a high proportion. So, what we will see in this chapter about Brazil tourism and India tourism. Just look at this. Nowadays, what happened? Brazil tourism. Brazil tourism is gaining, increasing. Nowadays, day by day, they are increasing. How? The new capital city, as you all know, the new capital city of Brazil is Brasilia. And the main thing you have seen over there, that is beaches. Then there is some cities like Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, and okay, students. So here, what we will see over there, that Brazil nowadays, Brazil is gaining income from tourist sector also. Like there are so many places for visiting. Like there is a clean beaches, Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Amazon River. So, and the main thing, nowadays the Brazil is also one of the tourist place. Just look over there. It's also reduces part, but just look over there in this graph. This graph is a joint bar graph. Okay, and this graph, what they show about the GDP. As you all know, what is meant by GDP, students? What is meant by GDP? Okay, gross domestic product. Yes, GDP means gross domestic product. So here you will see the percentage. The blue color is showing the percentage of population engaged in tourist, and the next one, the red line, showing the contribution of tourism in GDP. There are two things. This is the Brazil, and this is the India. The blue line shows that, the blue color shows that percentage engaged in tourist, and the red shows that the contributions of tourists in GDP. Now we'll see, just look over there, students, because this is the important thing we will discuss over there. Okay. Why India tourism? If you are talking about India tourism, the first question arises, why foreign tourists visit India? Is there any reason? Yes, because there are different places to visit. There are attractive beaches like Goa, yes. There are ecotourism. Then there is a pilgrimages, so many temples, so many caves, and so many monuments which we have never seen before. Foreign people never seen all this thing before. And this is the main reason that people, the more population over here, they are engaged in tourism sector. So Indian international tourism visiting India in 2015 more than a Brazil. If you are talking about 2015, then more people in India, more people engaged in India in tourism sector as compared to Brazil. And the GDP of India is higher in 2015, but in over only in 2015, okay? But overall year, always the GDP of Brazil is higher as compared to India. Why this is happen so? Because of population. Our increasing population is so much, and the Brazil population is not that much as compared to India. And the third and most important thing is our India is smaller than, according to the area wise, our India is smaller than Brazil. Brazil is 3 times bigger than India. It is 3 times bigger than India by area wise also. Now just look over there. This is the part we have talked about tourism, Brazil tourism and India tourism. Now the main part coming over here, that is roadways, railways, airways and waterways in Brazil. This part is not in your textbook. The graph part, this is not in your textbook. I made for you, okay? So roadways, if you are talking transportation, then there are the 4 ways. Which are the 4 ways of transportation, students? Which are the 4 ways of transportation? Yes, airways, roadways, railways and waterways. Okay. So, as in Brazil, nowadays the roadways is the common method for Brazil. Just look over there in graph. Mainly in Brazil, people, they are using the roadways for going and for transportation. And for railways, if you are talking their railways, our India railways is much good than Brazil. But in Brazil also, from so many years, they are concentrating in railways. If they want to go for large distance, they want to go for any large distance, then they can use their railways. Okay, and afterward, the waterways. Waterways is using in a Amazon river. There are some rivers, basins, and like Amazon River, Peru, Paraguay. There are some rivers where the waterways is largely used, and they are largely used for business purposes. And it is approximately the 1% people engaged in waterways. Afterward, if you are talking about pipeline, pipeline is used for the mainly nowadays, you know that so many business for business purposes like petrol or diesel, they are transporting this, they are using pipeline for transportations of any petrol or diesel. They are using what pipeline over there. And some metro trains or monorail are also going from pipeline. Afterwards, we are talking about airways. Airways in Brazil, if you are talking in Brazil, airways is not muchly used in Brazil. Like 0.4% people are engaged in airways. Because the main thing that is nowadays they are trying to increase in airways sector. But gradually they are trying, but till 2016, the airways is not that much used. So the common method used in Brazil for transportation, that is roadways. And afterward, for large distance, for if they want to go for a large distance, they use what? Railways. If they want to go any large distance. Okay. Now the next part is roadways, railways, waterways, and airways in India. Now just look over there. You all know that roadways is basically in India, they are using for every and each proportion. Means they are having so many means like for roadways, buses over there, then taxis, cabs, so many things over there. But if you want to go for any short, I hope I am properly audible now. So now if you are talking about roadways, airways, waterways and railways in India, in Brazil we have seen that mainly they are using roadways for going for any purposes. And in waterways, if you are talking about waterways, the Amazon rivers and Peru and Paraguay river, they are using for waterways. Now, if you are talking about India, so 70% of the population, they are using roadways and railways over there. And I hope you know about freight charges. 70% of freights, like traffic taxes over there, octroi. Octroi means about the GDP of various transport modes. Then look over there, the GDP of roadways. The roadways GDP is approximately, just this is the 3.9% and 4.9%. It is the yellow color is denoted the 2001 and 2002 GDP of transportation. And blue color is denoted, represented the 2012 to 2013 GDP. Just look over there. If you are talking about roadways GDP, which we get from freight charges and octroi, then in 2001, 3.9% GDP is there, and in 2011, 12 to 2013, the 4.9% GDP we get from various transport modes, that roadways. Afterward, if you are talking about railways, 1.2% GDP share we get from railways, and afterwards 0.9 in 2012 to in 2013, railways get the GDP share is 0.9%. So basically, what is the main thing over here? That is 70% of GDP freight charges and octroi. As you all know, what is mean by octroi? What is mean by octroi? If you are going for any highway, or then, teacher, is I properly audible?
Yeah, teacher, you are.
Okay, thank you. If you are going for any highway, like Nashik highway, there are so many toll naka. If you are in Hindi, it is saying that toll naka. Then they are charging some octroi over there, octrois and freight over there. So in Nashik, there are so many highways. So when you are going for Nashik, I'm giving here an example. If you are going for Nashik through highways, through roadways, then you should pay so many octroi or freight over there. So because it is a government rule. Okay. So afterward, if you are talking about recent year, nowadays what happens? Many of people using roadways. How? For if they want to go any nearest place, they are using their own transportation mode like bicycle, motorbikes or cabs or car over there. Nowadays, Ola, Redbus, so many roadways over there they are using. so many means of way they are using. So nowadays, roadways is also increasing in our India, and railways are also increasing. The railways are increasing. The main reason behind this is the population. Day by day, our India population is going increasing, and in Mumbai side, especially for employment purpose, so many people transporting from here to there. So if you are seeing local trains also in Navi Mumbai side, in suburban side, in Mumbai side, so there are so many people are visiting through railways. So in India, the roadways and railways are the two means they are using in an increasing way. The two ways they are using in our India, that is roadways and railways. Just look over there. Nowadays, the waterways. As you all know, the Turbhe city is there in Navi Mumbai. Yes, there is a waterways. Waterways, there is a port over there. There is a dockyard over there in Turbhe, that is in Navi Mumbai. The waterways is looking like this. Just afterward, airways. If we are talking about airways, so there are so many airport nowadays in Mumbai, in Pune side. If you are going in Pune side, there is a one Viman Nagar place is over there. So at some year before, there is nothing, anything over there. But when the people heard that there is, after so many years, there is one airport built. So people, the land is getting on demand. That place is getting on demand. Why the airport is built over there, and nowadays there is totally a high level place is called Viman Nagar. There is a place over there in Pune. So because of airport, the rate of that land, the rate of that place is going increasing, and it is on demand now because of airport. So nowadays airports or airways people are using in India for going from here to there. And nowadays metros, monorails are also on developing positions. Now in Mumbai also there is a metro train, and people are using for their transportation. Afterward, the development of communication in telecommunication. If we are talking about telecommunication, as you all know, today more than 45% of Brazilian population are using internet, are using mobiles, and because of that, there are some disadvantages also happening, like hacking, then cyber crimes. So 45% of population, they are accessing internet. Actually, more than 45%. The telecommunication infrastructure. Nowadays, the telecommunication, all the world is going technology. For example, this online classes also. So now all the things are going on technology basis. So that's why Brazil country, the Brazilian also, they are developing that telecommunication infrastructure. And they are also made their own domestic satellites into space and their own rockets also. And not only that, if you are going in the Brazilian north and northwest side, there is a drastically less developed. There only this part in Brazil. If you are going in north and northwest side, they are less developed in telecommunication and mobile sector. The reason behind this is it is trying to develop. It is trying to develop little bit, but then also there is under the rural area, the north and northwest side of Brazil. They are under the rural area, and because of that, nowadays they are trying to develop themselves according to the generations. And now the 55, more than 55%, this 45% is not correct, more than 55% people are engaged in the part, because some students are facing problems. So again, development of communication in Brazil. If we are talking about communication sector, like telecommunications or like satellites, and then that nowadays the telecommunication, if we are talking about the main thing, that is mobile. In Brazil, there are more than 45% of Brazilian population are engaged in access to internet. Means they are using mobiles, computers, they are wholly digitalized, more than 45%. But if we are talking about north and northwest part of Brazil, they are less developed, because now also they are in the rural area side. So north and northwest part of Brazil, they are lessly developed in all this telecommunication. Afterward, Brazilian domestically, now whole country, each and every country want to do something in telecommunication sector. As our India is also doing so many things in satellites, in space, they are launching their own rockets and all this thing. As same, Brazil also made their own domestically satellites and into space, and they are launched their own rockets, because each and every country want to do something in their own ways. They are also want that we are also called a developed country. We are also known as a developed country. They also want that we are also a part of that competition. So not only that, the telecommunication infrastructure nowadays in Brazil, the telecommunication infrastructure is really good, and in something in a central south area of Brazil. If we are talking about in central south area of Brazil, it is well developed of communication sector in Brazil. Afterward, longitudinal and location extent of Brazil. As you all know, the Brazil is a vast longitudinal extent, and the difference between two extreme points. In 8th standard, you learned about GMT. GMT means what? GMT means what, students? In 8th standard, you heard this word GMT. I don't think so. Is it okay? Greenwich Mean Time. Okay, very good. So Greenwich Mean Time. As you all know, in a whole world, the correct time is we get from a Greenwich. Greenwich is the place which is located in England, and the Greenwich time is the correct time. Okay, because it is located in a middle part. So Brazil has a 4-time zone. It is behind the GMT. It means what? Just look over there in a map, students. Just look over there, this line. This line. Okay. Okay, this line what donates? The Greenwich Mean Time. Okay. According to the longitudinal extent, as you all know, Brazil is located in the equator part, and it is a longitudinal extent, but GMT, Brazilian time, is behind 2, 3 or 4 or 5 hours behind to the GMT. Again, I am describing this part. Brazil has 4 time zone. Just look over there. There is a 4 time zone. These are the 4 time zones over there. Okay. And the main thing, it is behind. The Brazil time is behind the GMT by 2, 3, 4 or 5 hours. If we are thinking that there is a 4 o'clock in Greenwich, then in Brazil, it is approximately 1 or 2 o'clock. Because Brazil is 2, 3 or 4 hours behind than Greenwich time. And if we are talking about location and latitudinal extent of India, so Brazil is also having longitudinal extent as same as Brazil. And not only that, okay. So now, as you all know, IST. IST means what? This IST word is also in your geography book in 8th standard. In a first lesson, you have heard this word. IST means Indian Standard Time. Yes. So, Indian Standard Time, in our India, the proper timing which you get, that is in Mirzapur in Allahabad. In Mirzapur in Allahabad, that is in Allahabad, you get a proper time. So, according to the Mirzapur Allahabad time, our and Greenwich Meridian time. So, we are 2 hours 120 minutes according to the GMT. If we are taking a time of Mirzapur, okay? Because Mirzapur Allahabad time is proper time. And if you are taking, that is, for example, there is a 1 minute. As I told you, 2 hours means that is 120 minutes. And if there is a 4 o'clock in Greenwich, so in Allahabad, there is a 2 o'clock. Because we are behind 2 hours according to the GMT. And Brazil is behind 2, 3, 4 or 5 hours. It is not a proper, okay? But our Indian Standard Time is proper. We are behind 2 hours to the GMT. Now next, that is main thing, that is communication technology in India. Now, as you all know, communication technology, the main part, that is after independence, we have making so many drastic changes. We have made so many developments in our communication. Like in your history book also there, Pokhran. You heard that Pokhran word before also, I hope so, in 9th standard. Yes. So there is a Pokhran place, there is in Rajasthan, where they tested their satellites, their bombs over there, where they tested their bombs. And not only that, so many missiles like Agni missile over there, then so many missiles they are trying to develop, and in nuclear tested or in bomb, in communication, in technologies, everything our India want to develop. For example, if you are taking an example, there is a time when Nokia phone or some phone is there, they are in after independence, it is a 40,000. It cost around 40,000. Okay, the simple headset. Okay, the Nokia phone, it around cost 40,000. But now, as people are using mobile, as every person having their own mobiles, and that is touch screen. So think over there, students, that how much we are getting developed in communication and technology sector. As there is a one time that our simple handset phone charging 40,000, and now touchscreen mobile charging 5,000 around 3,000 or 5,000 or 6,000. Less to less, okay? So because of communication technology, there is a problem arises that so many cyber crimes are going on. And not only that, because of cyber crime, so many bank accounts, then afterwards, so many illegal things are going on. So just look over there, this graph. It is around 2009, okay? In 2009, 4.49% person is engaged in telecommunication sector. And from telecommunication sector, what government gets? Government gets 4.49 means what? 4 crores 49 lakhs tax from communication sector. Actually not 4 crore, it's 4 billion. So because of communication and technology sector, nowadays 5G is also coming on through Jio. Okay, so in India, it is drastically changed. The India is getting so much developed in communication technology, in space and in satellite also. So till here, I hope so you understand all the thing properly. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now only. Okay, then we will move to the graph side. Okay, just wait. Just wait. Okay. Okay, can anyone tell me what type of graph is shown here? Is there joint bar graph, or it's just a bar graph, or it is percentage bar graph? What is it? What type of graph is shown here? Yes, it is joint bar graph. Very good, Yashashvi. After that, what does graph shows? What does graph shows? Just second one, just look at the second question. What does the graph shows? It shows the percentage of population engaged in tourism and contribution of tourists in GDP. What it shows? Percentage of population engaged in tourism and Brazil, and a contribution of tourists in GDP of Brazil and India. Yes, the next one is which country tourism has a larger share in the contribution toward GDP? Which country, according to you? Yes, Brazil country shares more GDP than India. Afterward, which country has a large population engaged in tourism sector and less in GDP? Yes, India. Okay, now we will go to the next one. Okay. Okay, so your question is the main common method, which ways are using more in Brazil? Roadways, airways, railways or waterways? Which ways morely using in Brazil? Yes, roadways. Very good. And okay, now I want to know what is mean by freight. What is mean by freight? Yes, freight charges means what? Okay. Don't know. Freight charges means the loading. For example, the transportation. Okay, if you are going for transportation like trucks, if you are loading goods or unloading goods, the government is charging freight over there. Like for example, if I'm loading, if I'm transporting 10,000 rupees good, so on that they will charge. I'm taking example over here. Okay, the government will charge 5% freight over there. That means approximately 5,000 is the freight. This is the tax. Okay, this is one type of tax which is apply on loading and unloading. Afterwards, that is octroi. What is meant by octroi? Octroi means what? Yes, it is also a tax. Okay, I given an example before. Yes, toll tax. Very good, Om. It is a toll tax, and basically this thing is headache for the peoples, and where the highway is more. For example, in Maharashtra, I given example that Nashik. When you are going for Nashik, there is so many highways are there. Okay, and because of that, the octroi tax, they should pay octroi tax, which is also called as toll. So this tax is so much headache for people. Okay, it means till here you understand all the things clearly. Okay, so here your portion is completed, and in the next we will go with our revision part. Okay.